deflect international criticism away from the US, it will make life a bit harder for US exporters. A higher dollar means American goods will be more expensive abroad. In London, this is Stephen Beard for Marketplace.
Now to that plan to cut U.S. deficits by $4 trillion over the next decade, the one that came from the leaders of President Obama's Deficit Commission earlier this week. It involves cuts to entitlement programs and some tax increases. Republican Congressman Dave Camp is a member of the full deficit panel, and he joins us now. Congressman, welcome to Marketplace.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, let me first get your reaction to the proposal from the president's debt panel. What's your take on that generally? Are these things that you think can happen?
Well, generally, I think it's a very serious proposal. If nothing else, I think this preliminary report really shows the difficult choices that have to be made and what we need to do if we're going to get our debt under control.
You sound pretty open to this. Do you think that your colleagues are going to be, by and large, with you on that sort of thing?
Well, make no mistake, I do have problems with it. I think the way they structure the Social Security reforms are not necessarily the way I would do it. I think it's worth having the debate on. But I would say to those who are critical of this provision or that provision, send me a complete report. Send me a report that will get us to a 3% deficit as part of our economy.
Congressman Camp, you're going to be chairing the powerful Ways and Means Committee in the House, at least for the next 2 years. This is a committee that oversees taxes and trade. What is your top priority?
Well, I think the top priority is to make sure we don't have a tax increase. I think our economy has not recovered. Our unemployment is still at 9.6%. So I think we need to send a clear signal, and I would suggest permanently that we not have a tax increase. I think that'll be the first order of business.
Would you be okay with this idea that's been floated of a temporary extension of the Bush tax cuts for maybe 2 years?
I don't think 2 years is long enough. We need to have a long-term certainty so there's some long-term growth in the economy, and I think if you shorten it to 2 years, I think it certainly comes back in just a few months.
Congressman Dave Camp, Republican of Michigan, thank you so much for talking with us.
Thanks, Jeremy.
And let's do the numbers. Markets are down across Europe and Asia right now thanks to those worries about Irish debt. The owner of Wendy's has just reported a quarterly loss thanks to higher food prices. On Wall Street yesterday, the Dow fell 73 points to close at 11,283.
Marketplace Morning Report is supported by Microsoft, providing comprehensive business solutions for the cloud. You can learn more at Microsoft.com/cloud. By The Economist, covering news and ideas from around the world and the connections between them. The Economist, on newsstands, in bookstores, and at The Economist online. And by LendingTree, providing up to 4 loan offers from a network of lenders. Learn more at LendingTree.com or 800-555-TREE.
Start spreading. We're going to be broadcasting from New York instead of LA for the next few months, and we're starting things off this week with some conversations with the people who make the economy here in the Big Apple.